I've been hearing the word optimism because the way that you've been talking about human nature has been very profoundly optimistic, which flies in the face of some of the philosophical / maybe even scientific ways of looking at humans as sort of, Lord of the Flies.
Yes, exactly.
And you're at some of the teachings that I've loved out of sort of the Dharma is the teachings that compassion and kindness naturally arise in us when we just stop and provide the space.
That's what I've seen.
And that, maybe you could talk a little bit about that, because for me that maybe more than anything gives me hope to think about who we really are as human beings.
Given half a chance. No, I often do speak about this, that it has been my experience that in retreats, all we do, in my retreats anyway, we just provide a context for quiet. They're silent retreats except for the Dharma Dialogue sessions. They're relaxed. People are encouraged to sleep as much as they need. And we are tuned into a wavelength of present awareness and just, the simplicity of being. And what happens in those retreats just continues to blow my mind, because people will come beleaguered, weary from the world, tired usually, and tight. Their minds and their expressions can be initially kind of tight. I always use the example that when people first arrive, we have a volunteer list usually to ask for help with the kitchen duties and this and that, whatever the facility needs. And nobody will sign up at first. But after a day or two, people, not only is the whole volunteer list filled, but people are offering help that wasn't even asked for. And people are just doing things for each other and helping, clear up things on the facility's property. And just so many beautiful expressions of generosity will just start to flow forth from this well of beingness. And then what gets expressed in Dharma Dialogues as well are the most tender. I just feel so privileged to just listen to that. The most tender, poetic, insights that are brilliant, that are dharmically brilliant. And that gives me enormous optimism that just given half a chance, that our natures will shine, And like my friend, this work she's doing in prison, that people's natures will actually shine in the light of forgiveness, and in the light of not just self-forgiveness, but in the light of beingness, where they can just tap into that which was never harmed in themselves. These are the things that do give me. It's actually given me the most optimism about human nature, because on the surface of things, one can easily interpret it as a Lord of the Flies reality. If we just watch the news and hear the horrible things people do, you can just feel that it's welcome to the madhouse, But my lived experience has shown me otherwise.